This is the QS60 Chinese made drum reverser. They're cheap, 17 bucks, 20 bucks, depends on where you buy it. They're basically worthless. Everybody's buying them because they're so cheap, and believe me, this is the case of where you get what you pay for. But I'm trying to hook up a DC motor to this, forward and backwards. Now I used one of the Dayton drum switches in the other train I'm building, and it works just great, no problem. This thing, glueless. If you look at some of these in here, look at these, some of these screws on these contacts, look how crusty they are. Some of these things are really, I mean, like when it was shipped, you know, the salt water must have ate some of them up or something because they're rusty. Looks like they're more like they're corroded. That's why I was thinking salt water. I mean, it could have been a container that went to the bottom of the ocean and they brought it up or something. Who knows? But anyways, here's my little schematic I made up of this thing. What I did was I looked inside here, right in here where the light's shining, and I have the lever in forward right now. So, you know, these top two are a permanent connection. So you can put your line in here and it works over to this side. When this is in forward, this handle's in forward, this handle over here, or when it's in reverse. When it's in neutral, which is this one right here, then it disconnects and nothing happens. But I put the thing in forward, and that's how I came up with this little drawing here, was the fact that this contact is the permanent one. Then when you put the handle in forward, this makes contact with this one, with this contact, and with this contact. When you put it in reverse, it's this one, which is your hot one. Then it's this one and this one. Well, that's all fine and dandy, I think. But I checked continuity, and I get continuity across these two. But I don't get it from here to here, or from here to here, or from here to here. And the same over here. I don't get any continuity on these, only from here to here. Now, I ran a jumper from here to here, and of course, it gave me continuity because I got power off of this thing to here. But I don't understand, where do I put the other wire? This is the problem. I have, you know, DC motors, two wires, red and black, or black and white, whichever, depends on your motor. I don't know where exactly to put the other wire because I have the power coming in basically over here. I've always been putting it on this side, which would be the right side. And I've tried to hook up these other ones. I found 3 or 4 drawings online that show how to do AC motors, but nothing on a DC motor. So if this is hot, and these are supposed to be hot, but they don't show any continuity, so I'm wondering if they're even getting any, or if they don't work, or if this thing is garbage, or if it's me. I keep thinking, and my wife agrees with me, this thing is just so simple it's not funny. I'm missing something very simple, but then again, I've tried almost every connection in here. So, you know, with, what do we got here? 10 connectors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, there's 10 total. So, you know, how many combinations are there? I could keep trying for 3 weeks here to figure this out. Not just my patience has run out. I hate to go buy another one, but I'll go back and get another date in here pretty soon. Unless somebody can figure out how to wire this. And like I said, again, everything I've seen online, and I mean I have been all over everything. Google, Bing, mechanical sites, machinist sites, all the people that use these things, they're all using AC motors. Not one person has used a DC motor. I can find nothing on it.
Now he can get it running forwards and backwards, but he has to swap the cables over. That's what he has to do.
Which is typical, because that's, of course, how a DC motor works. Just reverse the polarity and boom. It'll go forward, reverse it, your polarity, it'll go backwards. But that's what this drum switch is supposed to do. And I, for the life of me, cannot figure out how this is supposed to work. If you look in there, I have this in forward. You can see that this contact is making contact with the other piece. This one is not. This one is making contact. This one is not. And this one is making contact. Look how crusty that thing is. I don't know if you can see it with the flashlight shining on it. But it's horrible. very crusty and nasty. Maybe it's not even making contact well. I don't know. And then, like I said, when I put the handle over to the other side, which would be my reverse, you know, of course, this is your power. So this is making contact. This one's making contact. And that's it. You get 3 over here, and you get 3 on this side. But again, my whole thing here is, where do you put the 2 wires? Where does if the load comes in here, where does the other wire go? Let's say the load is the white wire. Where does the black wire go? You have to have the other side of the motor in order to be able to reverse it. But I don't know where it goes. If anybody knows anything about this, or knows somebody that can figure this thing out for DC power, you have no idea. The internet will, your views will probably go up to about 60 gazillion, because there is nothing on this thing that's easy. Now, some of the people have used it at their dock. There's a guy that uses it as dock to raise his boat up and raise it up and set it back down in the water. He figured out how to wire it up, but it's an AC motor. And anybody else that's done it, AC motors, which have more than 2 wires. Well, I don't know. There it is. This is exactly what I have. Hold it here a second if you want to grab a screenshot of it or something so you can look at it. But that's it. So if somebody knows something, wonderful. Thanks for listening. Hope somebody can help me out before I rip the last 2 hairs off my head.